I just actually interviewed Piers Morgan the other night at the 92Y, and of course he's, you know, really come out strong on the need for, you know, not taking away people's Second Amendment rights. I think everybody feels we should have that right, but I think also most Americans additionally feel that that right doesn't mean that you need to have semi-automatic weapons, or, you know, you know, the ability to shoot 100 bullets in a matter of minutes. So I think most Americans feel that way, but, you know, the challenge is that, you know, basically people have to get out on the grassroots level and elect local people who believe this and who are willing to stand up and say so. And it's a difficult thing to do because, well, there are big groups like the NRA and gun lobby groups that have a lot of money, and they continue to get money from people who buy guns. So it, you know, it's a sort of a self-fulfilling situation here, and it's really probably going to have to be on the grassroots level that people step out and make sure that their local people are people who agree that we need to have some sort of limits.
I just want to say, I think the mental health discussion is really important to have, and I think I love the piece about teaching empathy in our culture, because I think when we don't have empathy for people, we discriminate on so many different levels, and it leads to violence, leads to so many unfortunate things. But it really saddens me that we don't have a political will in this country to really do something about guns. And I think, you know, very few folks are talking about this. I think the reality about, like, we couldn't even get basic background checks passed, right, in our federal in Congress, and I think that is really because of money. We have to reform the ways in which elections happen. All of our politicians are beholden to big money interests because it takes a lot of money to run for office, and they really just listen to the people who are giving them money. So it doesn't really matter that the majority of Americans want to see something happen around guns. And so that I needed to say that because it really just it's upsetting. And we're in this place now where we're so desensitized to, like, these mass shootings that happen, really happening more and more, and we're just completely desensitized as a culture.
You know, I couldn't agree with you more, and what's distressing to some degree as a psychiatrist, I'll say, is that you know, groups that don't want to see any gun control are sort of pointing to mental illness as though that explains it all, and we could fix it if we could fix the mental health system. And listen, I'm all for fixing the mental health system. I mean, we need better mental health research going on, and that's not going to happen without more dollars, and instead what we're getting is less dollars, and we need coverage for people with mental health issues. I'm all about that, but the reality is that the groups want to tell you these are all mentally ill people, and they are not. In fact, actually, if you're seriously mentally ill, you're more likely to be the victim of violence than to perpetrate violence. And most of the people who've done most of the people who've done this.
The real issue. If you have a mental disease and you can't get a gun, you're not going to kill somebody. You're not going to kill, like, you know, a lot of folks. So it's really about access to guns at the end of the day.
All right, well, ladies, this was such a wonderful discussion, and Dr. Saltz, as always, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Love when you visit us. It's a lot of fun. And
thank you. I'll come back.